If Senator Clinton loses both primaries tomorrow, making it all but impossible to garner more delegates than Obama, expect her campaign to float some new metrics for what actually defines winning. For our fourth story tonight, we decided to prepare for tomorrow's potential new redefinition by compiling the guidelines offered so far by the senator herself, her campaign staffers, and some of the supporters who speak for her, known as, of course, surrogates. By the time we finished, it seemed as if the only yardstick they had not yet offered was ladies first. Rule 1. Some states don't count. At first, only the 27 states up through Super Tuesday counted. I've always viewed it sort of as a 27-state contest, said Clinton advisor Terry McAuliffe. But subtract Iowa, because Clinton said last year there's got to be something at work here due to its lack of female governors and congresswomen. Bill Clinton pointed out that Jesse Jackson won South Carolina in 1984 and 1988. Hillary Clinton dismissed Alaska and North Dakota because they won't vote Democratic in the future. Neither will Wyoming and North Carolina, says Harold Ickes. States like Alabama and Georgia that did not vote Democratic in the past also do not count, says Mark Penn, especially caucus states with, quote, comparatively fewer voters. Looking at you, Idaho, Utah, and Kansas. After the Potomac primary, Penn also asked, could we possibly have a nominee who hasn't won any of the significant states outside of Illinois? So, Illinois, significant. Others, not so significant. Oh, and then Illinois didn't count after all because Obama was from there. And Hawaii. And Illinois touches other states, as Howard Wolfson pointed out. And Mississippi also never elected a female governor or congresswoman. And Senator Clinton always said Florida and Michigan wouldn't count, well, until she won them. Rule 2, some primary elections don't count, like caucuses. Old people and shift workers can't vote in them, Ed Rendell said. So we want primaries. That's the way we elect presidents. Not so fast. Senator Clinton says so-called pledged delegates can ignore the votes of primary voters, too. What really matters is popular vote. Bill Clinton saying, what are they going to do if she wins the popular vote? I'm sorry, we're going to give it to the caucus states that are going Republican in November? No. Of course, that metric only applied if you count Florida and Michigan, but you don't count caucuses. So a few hours later, they changed their mind and only discounted the Washington, Nevada, Iowa, and Maine caucuses. Rule 3, some voters don't count. College-educated liberal voters, independent voters like the ones who gave Obama Wisconsin. You can't be too young because until a certain age, Bill Clinton says, you can't tell the difference between him and Bush. But you probably shouldn't be over 60 when he says your memory starts to go, especially if you're ever in Bosnia. The Clintons supported a lawsuit by Nevada's teachers claiming the casino workers got too much ballot access, and Senator Clinton said the party's activist base also doesn't count because it turns out in large numbers and it votes based on national security and foreign policy and not wanting to stay in Iraq and stuff. Mr. Penn also discounts impressionable elites because they don't base their votes on domestic policy. So finally, rule number 4, check the time of day. Mr. Wolfson said in February, Florida and Michigan voters were well informed because the media pay more attention early in the primaries. Senator Clinton said in March that the party has superdelegates so they can exercise the judgment that voters would have had if they had known more early in the primaries. She also said she's more interested in what happens when voters have all day to vote. Unlike her husband, who told Texas voters their caucus after their primary opens its doors at 7 and closed them at 7:15, saying, quote, it would be tragic if Hillary were to win this election in the daytime and somebody were to come in at night and take it away. When you boil it all down, in determining the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, only one vote really matters. The 50-something conservative registered Democrat who's not independent but not a part of the base and skipped college so they could go straight into teaching rather than become a casino worker, who votes on domestic issues but not in a primary or caucus in a big state that doesn't border Illinois, that has elected female governors and members of Congress but didn't vote Republican in 2004, won't vote Republican in 2008, and didn't vote for Jesse Jackson in 1984 or 1988 during an all-day vote except between the hours of 7 and 7:15 p.m. Oh, and they don't object to their vote being overruled by superdelegates.